Traditional theology begins with dualism. God brings the universe into existence out of nothing, resulting in two entirely separate entities. But Ibn Arabi rejected this. To him, a manufactured universe sitting apart from God is a linguistic error. The Arabic word for creation, khalq, shares a root with iktilaq, meaning a fabrication. Instead of a maker and an object, Ibn Arabi proposes wahdat al-wujud, the unity of existence. In this framework, there is only one single reality. Everything we perceive as the universe is the infinite fractal expansion of that singular essence. He replaces the traditional concept of cause and effect with tajalli, or manifestation. This is the process by which the divine essence continuously reveals itself, taking on the countless forms that make up our perceived reality. Viewing the universe as a static, manufactured object restricts human perception. It forces us to see boundaries that obscure the dynamic, unified nature of existence. To navigate this system, Ibn Arabi suggests we stop analyzing the universe as a machine and start analyzing it as an act of spoken word. He argues that the physical cosmos, the human mind, and sacred scripture are built on a corresponding architecture, each reflecting the same structural principles. In this view, reality is a layered text. The letters, words, and grammar of a divine manuscript serve as the blueprint for everything that exists. Interpreting reality requires looking past physical matter to identify the grammar governing existence. The origin point of this spoken universe is the Kanz-e-Makfi, the hidden treasure. In this state, the divine essence is completely unconditioned and unmanifested. The motive for existence is the divine's desire to be known, prompting an outward expansion. Ibn Arabi uses the metaphor of human speech. Just as a person finds physical relief in an exhalation that clears the pressure in their chest, existence is the outward breath of the divine. This is Nafas al-Rahman, the breath of the merciful. It is the formless substrate carrying all things. As the breath flows outward, it passes through Ama and Haba, the cosmic cloud and primordial dust, where formless intent takes shape. It then separates into Ayan Alpha Beta, fixed entities. These phonetic letters combine to form words, sentences, and finally the physical universe. This unbroken chain means that physical reality is the literal, materialized speech of God. Because the universe is a spoken text, its structure follows a rigorous grammar. Ibn Arabi organizes reality into a four-tiered hierarchy. First, the physical world, mulk, maps to sensory perception and literal text, zahir. Second, the cosmic realm, malakut, corresponds to intellect and esoteric meaning, batin. The highest levels reach the divine essence, aligning the human spirit, ruh, with transcendent meaning, matla. Ordinary logic struggles with this matrix because it relies on binary distinctions. Our frameworks dictate that a thing cannot simultaneously be itself and something else. Tajalli challenges this by placing the divine between two conflicting truths. God is immanent and comparable to creation, tashbih, yet simultaneously transcendent and incomparable, tanzih. Interpreting reality through only one of these lenses fails to capture the unified truth. Reaching the core requires tawil, returning a thing to its origin. This is an ontological requirement to move past the static shell of the world. Ibn Arabi applies this to Moses' command, "Remove your shoes in the sacred valley." The literal reading, the Zahir, sees Moses being told to remove physical footwear on holy ground. Tawil reveals a deeper layer, the batin. The shoes represent the illusion of duality, the habit of seeing the world and the divine as separate. The command is an imperative to strip away the perception that creator and created are separate. This dynamic is mirrored in the physical pilgrimage. The journey through geography is designed to shed the ego, bringing the traveler into a unified presence. Tawil shifts perception away from deceptive physical boundaries and toward the unified reality of the divine. The final piece of Ibn Arabi's system is the Insan-e-Kamil, or the perfect man. While the macroscopic universe contains the manifestations of the divine names in an expanded state, the human being is unique. The human being is the compressed, unified manifestation of all divine names within a single entity. Because the human mind, the text, and the cosmos share this architecture, reading the structure of a text reveals the same mechanics that govern the macrocosm. This leads to the concept of khalq-e-jadid, continuous creation. Because divine manifestation never repeats itself, the universe is destroyed and reborn in every single instant. This reality is dynamic, contradicting the illusion of a one-time historical creation event. This rebirth links back to the original breath of the merciful. Every breath is a new articulation of the cosmos. Existence is not a finished object. It is a dynamic conversation we are actively spoken into, moment by moment.